Hello everybody, it's Evan Grant from B Magazine's Inside Corner at Rangers Ballpark with Tommy Hunter. The last time we did this, it was at Rough Riders Ballpark, so it's been a very quick and very eventful trip for you this year.
It's been fun. It's always fun, but you know, always good to talk to you too, and rather talk to you here than in Frisco.
Well, I think for me the thing that's been so important is it really seems like you learned from, for lack of a better word, from failure last year at the big league level. Can you go into what last year's experience did for you to put you in a better position for this year?
They told me last year I needed a changeup. We talked about this earlier. And that's just basically what I needed. You need a changeup to pitch here. You need to be able to throw strikes. Last year I had a couple unfortunate innings. I won't even say games because it was like 3 or 4 innings out of those games that just destroyed everything that I had last year. Coming out here with a changeup, I found a little cutter, when I was in Oklahoma, and just coming out and be able to throw 4 pitches for strikes, it's helped a lot. Kept them, back and forth and up and down.
You remember very clearly what happened when you threw a changeup to Big Papi last year. Did you throw one to him last night?
I did. He tried to double down the line, but I think Marlon cut it off and threw him out at second because he was a little slow getting to second. So that was a little different, but I mean, it had a good effect last night. I mean, he didn't put a good swing on it. The previous year he probably just thought it was a bad fastball that he hit out of the park because it was probably 87. As of last night, I think the pitch was 79 because I looked back at the screen.
Right. I know that both pitches help you, but do you feel like you made more impact, or whether the cutter or the changeup has had more impact for you? Which one?
I'm gonna have to say changeup. The changeup's making the fastball look harder. I think I threw like 15 changeups last night. I haven't thrown 15 changeups in a year. And it's just something that's worked and something that hopefully it continues to progress and turn into a quality pitch.
I mean, I think the gun at the stadium, which a lot of times looks a little bit slow, but I think the gun had you in the upper 80s most of the night last night with the fastball. But if you've got good speed differential on the changeup, it makes an 88 or 89 mile an hour fastball effectively a 92 or 93 mile an hour fastball, does it not?
Very true, very true. Last night I threw a lot of cutters. There was at the beginning of the game I was getting ahead of them with just straight four-seam fastballs, and then towards the the latter part of the game, the middle innings last night, I started going strictly at cutters, just because it gives a different feel. Lefties, it runs in on them. Righties runs away. It's just one of those deals that you just try and get through.
All right. Well, the cutter, obviously, you spent years and years trying to perfect the cutter. So why don't you tell the story of exactly how you got the cutter?
Years and years. Actually, made the spot start against Oakland here. Was sitting down that night and go back, and I'm messing around out in the outfield, just playing around, joking around, and threw a ball in the outfield and the ball cut. It looked like a slider that I threw in. I was like, I threw that kind of like a fastball, and I felt the grip again, threw it in, threw it again, and then I took it to Terry Clark, the pitching coach, and I said, hey, what do you think about this? Throwing a little cutter, trying to actually make it cut instead of being an accident all the time. And he showed me a couple of things that I could do with it and throw it just like a fastball. And I threw it in the game the next day. So it was kind of like a weird thing. I threw it a couple times, had a lot of hit and misses with it when I was in AAA. I had a home run hit off of it, broken bat single that won the game for Iowa when he came down. I don't forget who it was, but he had a broken bat single and 2 runs came across, ended up costing the game. So it was kind of, I was kind of debating on whether to keep using it or not, and got called up and used it quite a bit since I've been here, and it's definitely paid off.
But the essential grip was the whole thing that you discovered completely by accident, right?
Oh, definitely. It was a joke messing around the outfield. Somebody was talking about how they hold it, and I was like, if I held it like that, the ball would move a ton because I'm middle finger dominant, and they would throw it. So we just messed around, threw it. It definitely looked like a slider, and it wasn't. So
a lot of people have accused me of being middle finger dominant too.
Well, it might be a different purpose.
All right, Tommy. Well, I appreciate it.
How are you feeling?
It's a different feeling this time around against the Red Sox than it was a year ago, wasn't it?
Very much so. But I know that you do still owe me lunch.
I do. Dinner, lunch, whatever you want.
Whatever you got.
It's on me.
All right, we got it.
All right, man. Thank you.